From jolly old England, Tim and Pierce Collins and the whole Collins clan wish you guys a happy Valentine's Day and are excited to show you this new watch face, square and round. And Alrod's got a bunch of Valentine's faces for you as well. So although today is dedicated to the ladies' watches, at the very end, make sure you check out the new faces for Valentine's. It's that time of year again. Greetings and welcome to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com, and it's Valentine's season. Yeah, Valentine's Day is coming up soon, and we have been reviewing a few specialized watches for the season, both this year, 2020, and last year and the year before. We're going to do a summary for you. Here's how it's going to work. I got a few of them to show you right now, and of course we've done full reviews and 1-minute little reviews on each of them. So I'm going to entertain you with 1-minute views of each of these watches. This is the M8, by the way. It's got beautiful bling all around the edge and just a nice, gorgeous gold watch. Something same size, very similar with etchings around the bezel itself, and diamond look, rhinestones around a little highlight accentuated around the edge here. This is called the H1, and then the H2 is in this little charger. I wanted you to see this. You press that button, he says, and it'll open for you. There we go. Got to get down lower. All of these fit in this same charger device, and this one, same kind of bezel as the H1, but the H2 has few little diamond appearances on the edge like this. So different fashion statements in each of these. We'll start out with 3 videos on each of these so you get a feel for what they can do. And then we're going to add a bunch more, all harvested together so you don't have to go looking for them. So here we go, the parade of 1-minute overviews of Valentine watches for the ladies. Wait a minute, we got one more in. This one just showed up, the AK-15, so I want to include it in our overall Valentine's review. So we'll start out with a 1-minute clip on this one, then show you the other 3, and then all of the other ones. This is the AK-15 ladies smartwatch. It's got all kinds of good things going for it: step count, distance traveled, and pedometer, last night's sleep information. It will monitor heart rate and blood pressure, all in this watch. You've got the female cycle tracking capability with this one as well, and a sports area that basically gives you one sport to track your heart rate, calories burned, and steps walked that you can pause or exit right straight from the watch. You've got different messages pushed from your phone, and a more section that covers all kinds of things: stopwatch, countdown timers, information settings. All of these will be talked about in the full review in detail because some of these go even deeper. You also have the off button and the information you need for tethering, and a variety of watch bands that you can change simply by clicking here. There's just a couple of them. Really attractive, very nice thin ladies band. Tool comes with it to remove the segments as well, which makes it extra easy. It's the AK-15. This is the M8. It's a really attractive women's fitness watch that gives you step count, calories burned, and distance traveled from a daily pedometer in here. You have heart rate and blood pressure reading capability. In addition, you have last night's sleep time and a robust sports section that will track your walks, your runs, your hiking, tennis, cycling, ping pong, basketball, football, and even swimming. You've got a timer built into it, and it can push messages directly to the watch from your phone or find your phone if you've lost it. You have 3 different themes that you can use for watch face, a brightness control, and of course the information for tethering. It's a really robust, thin, attractive women's fitness watch, the M8. This is the H1. It's a ladies' fitness watch that does all the typical fitness activities like step count, calories burned, and distance travel. It has heart rate capability as well as blood pressure built into it. You have last night's sleep time. You can get messages pushed from your phone. A robust sports section that's icon-driven with ladies performing all of the activities, running, walking, hiking. You've got cycling, badminton, I guess that, no, I was ping pong. There's a badminton, football, all of those in here. You've got a timer built into it. Of course, when you're tethered to your phone, you can find your phone, change the brightness, change the themes, and information for tethering. It's the H1, multiple watch faces available too. Don't let the design fool you. This attractive smartwatch is actually a ladies' fitness watch. In addition to time and a variety of watch faces, you have step count, calories burned, and distance traveled. With great graphics, you've got a heart rate monitor with the diode on the back that, over a few seconds, will stabilize on your heart rate, which is also transferable to a tethering app. You also have, built-in, blood pressure, systolic, diastolic measurement, an animated graphic, and a few seconds longer than heart rate, it'll settle in on your data there, again, transferable to an app. You also have last night's sleep time. You've got messaging pushed from your phone and a variety of interesting sporting activities, each of which you can start on its own and track time, heart rate, and calories burned for running and walking. You've got climbing in this one, great graphics, bicycling, ping pong it looks like. Wow, what are we doing there? Dribbling? I'm not sure. Badminton, soccer or football, and you're back out of it again. You also have a timer built into it to find your phone when you're tethered, a brightness control so you can change the brightness of the screen, your overall themes, so if you want to, you can pick a different watch face for the watch. Lots of good selections there, and cycle through them all again. It's got a Milanese type of a magnetic coupled band, and it's a really attractive ladies' watch. Check it out, called the H2. This is the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2. We've been waiting for this. It's a regular Samsung Tyson-powered fitness sports smartwatch with that fun little bezel thing. Not the physical one you turn, but the little black bezel here becomes active when you touch it. You got all of this capability, all of these standard installed apps, and you can play with these to your heart's content. Check it out. This is the Galaxy Watch Active 2. Slightly larger screen than the original Active. Beautiful. Integrated bands you can get in your choice of color. Electrodes on the back for future EKG capability, ECG, and diodes for doing heart rate and those kind of readings. The Galaxy Watch Active 2. This is the E68. It's a fully functional, fully waterproof ladies' fitness and health watch. It has some really nice screens specifically designed to work with this watch. It has your step count, distance traveled, and calories burned, or you can accumulate all that in a sports section too against time. You can report back on last night's sleep time. It can give you your pulse or heart rate. It also will calculate your blood pressure and your blood oxygen, all three biometrics in the watch and transferable to the phone. You have a reporting of any messages, text messages you've received, and a settings section where you can go in and play with finding your phone or turning the bracelet off. You also get your tethering information right there. All in all, it's a really attractive, very functional, waterproof ladies sports fitness band. Again, the E68. You're looking at an advanced version of the awesome Q8 watch that we've reviewed here before. It's the same watch with the same functions, but it tethers to a new app called H-Band, as opposed to the Hey Band of the original Q8. There's also a watch called the Q8 Advanced, which is a little larger than this one, that tethers to that older Hey Band app, and a Q8 Professional, also known as the Q9, which tethers to the H Band app. The H Band app will allow functions like period tracking for ladies and a few other new goodies. The original Q8 with the Hey Band tethering, an advanced Q8 that you're looking at here with the H Band tethering, a larger watch, the Q8 Advanced with Hey Band tethering, and the Q8 Professional, also known as the Q9, which has tethering to H Band. If you're not confused yet, you will be after you watch our reviews. Check it out, the Advanced Q8. This is the Honor Watch Magic from Huawei. It's a brand new sports fitness entry, and it's got all sorts of goodies in it. You have control of a showtime, which will allow you to keep your watch face active for 5 minutes or have it time out automatically. You've got your Find Your Phone, a lock capability, your overall settings, and more. When you swipe around, you can go through your fitness activity with step count, Alipay with NFC built in to make payments in those places where Alipay is accepted, your overall weather forecast when it's updated, a stress level following over time, and your live 24-hour heart rate updated literally every second. You also have push notifications from your phone. If that weren't enough, in those apps, you have a bunch more. You have a whole exercise area to go into, your activity records and sleep time, the stress and breathing exercises, a built-in barometer, compass, notifications, a bus card if you're in China, stopwatch, timer, alarm clock, and much, much more. In addition to all of this, you can get into the actual settings for workouts themselves, with running courses, doing a GPS supported, because it has the module in here, run, walk, climbing, cycling, all sorts of stuff, including pool swims, open swimmings, and others. It is the Honor Watch Magic. Are you ready? After all this time, a ladies' Android smartwatch with front-facing camera, edge-to-edge screen, Android 5.1 technology doing all the standard things we've come to expect from these watches, including notifications, a full app drawer, and built-in Bluetooth calling. Like I mentioned, there's a front-facing camera on this one that allows you, if you want to do video chatting or any kind of recording of video right on your arm. It's a sweet little watch. It's the ZGP AX.216. Check it out. Whoa, look at this one. Specifically designed with the ladies in mind and a touch-sensitive face. You can have step count, distance traveled, calories burned. You also get blood oxygen and your heart rate on this screen. We've got a nice leather band bejeweled around the actual display and comes in a variety of different colors as well. The N2, and in addition to all of the sports and health, you also have blood pressure. Blood pressure, heart rate, blood oxygen, all of which can sync to a new app we haven't seen before on your smartphone. And you can accumulate data there and even compare your step count results with others. You have an off button and a version number and back to your basic time. Once again, ladies' watch, full sports fitness N2. Check it out. Okay, if you can get past this big ugly arm, imagine you're looking at a lady's wrist with time, step count, calories burned, distance walked, heart rate, blood pressure, blood oxygen, a whole variety of sports from walking to running to cycling, and on and on and on and on and on and on, all here for you with message notifications and more when you're tethered to your phone. You got to power off or find your phone feature, stopwatch, about information, reset information, and back to time. This is the X6. It's the X6 from Microware. It comes with different colors of metal bodies and silver and gold and black and white bezels and black bezels and a terrific little dress watch for the ladies. Check it out. How would you like a fitness, wellness, health band that does all of this? With these three amazing watch faces, real-time heart rate, steps, calories, kilometers, sleep time, real-time blood pressure, selfie, messages, and power off. This thing, the new Wear Q8, does it all, and it truly does real heart rate 24/7 with the band on, and it shows up simultaneously in the app. Nobody else does that. Check it out, the Q8. This cute little watch is a Baekje product. It's the H8. It's an heart rate, blood pressure reading women's watch. It does fitness as well as health computations. You have last night's sleep time and weather built into it as well. You can read messages pushed from your phone and a variety of sports activities, all icon driven like running, walking, and climbing. You've got biking, swimming, basketball, tennis, and football. Yep, it's all guys. You can go into any one of those and start a process if you'd like to. You have a built-in stopwatch that will time down to the tenths of a second that you can pause and, of course, restart back to the opening screen with date, time, and weather on it. It's the H8 from Baekje. It's a pretty nice ladies' watch with diamonds in a variety of different colors and available right now. Check it out. This is the N58 PPG and ECG high technology electrocardiogram measuring smartwatch. You have all of your pedometer count, you have heart rate, you have blood pressure, and when you get to this mode and press and hold, you enter the actual ECG. Touching the ring around the edge gives you your legitimate heart rate at the moment using electrode technology. Can you tell if it's real? Absolutely. Just mess around with it a little bit, and then it'll settle down when you connect back up again. Really fancy technology, fully IP67 waterproof, and in addition to all of those features, it has last night's sleep time, messages pushed from your phone, a whole variety of sporting activities you can go into, like running or walking, hiking, biking, and a variety of ball sports as well. You have a timer, you can find your phone when you're tethered, and of course you can turn the band off. It is an amazing watch. It's the N58 ECG PPG smartwatch. Check it out. This is the Q3. It's a cute little band that has its own custom watch faces, step count, distance travel, calories burned, last night's sleep information. You can do real-time heart rate and blood pressure on it, and a variety of sporting activities with great graphics, including running, cycling, push-ups, walking, and yes, swimming. Tennis as well. It's got some pretty interesting ways of doing swimming too. Definitely worth taking a look at. These are your notification pushes. Here's where you can get into your settings and you're back to time. Check it out. It's called the Q3. Really nice little fitness band. This is the new Zeblaze Crystal 2 with selectable themes and selectable watch faces. Your basic step count, calories burned, and miles traveled from a pedometer. Your heart rate, analyzed, of course, through the PPG sensors in the back. sleep time from last night, messages that are pushed from your phone to your watch, and a whole sports section that includes running with all of its data, walking, hiking, cycling, and a few other interesting sports here as well. After you get through any of those, you can come back and pass that data to the tethered app on your phone. You have a built-in stopwatch, the ability to find your phone, and an off button to turn the Crystal 2 off and save on its already long life battery. Check it out, called the Zeblaze Crystal 2. This is the S3 fitness tracker for ladies. It's a really nice, beautifully designed watch that does step count, cycling information, heart rate, and more. When you get into the details, it supports a couple of different sports. When you activate them, they begin tracking your movement as you're working out and will report back the results. When you're finished, it can transfer that to an app. In addition to all of this, you can do heart rate, and you can actually set on the app a high and a low target rate so that when you're doing the heart rate computations from the app, you can get live recording of your process and be beeped either if you exceed or go under your threshold. Check it out. It's a really nice ladies' band, the S3. Are you ready to take your biometric readings to a whole new level? Well, check out the S3 from Amazfit. This is the band on the left with current data of time, battery level, your step count, calories burned, distance traveled, and last night's sleep time. In the app, all that stuff's broken down to finer detail. You also can calculate, of course, your heart rate, but new categories here of wrist humidity, that's right, how wet your arm is, how much you're sweating, and a really interesting new area, your skin temperature, your wrist skin temperature, and your overall wrist temperature, which is different, and the difference between the two with an alarm that will warn you if your overall body temperature is too high. That's right. You've got also barometric pressure down at the bottom. It can be set up for automatic readings of all this stuff every hour with some really nice graphs displaying information that you can then determine how well you're doing. You're looking at the S3, okay, from Amazfit. Check it out. Very interesting little band. This is the Mokubas BR1. It's a fitness watch with built-in GPS, underwater capability with IP67 waterproofing. You can track your steps, your distance, your energy easily on the screen. You have access to a heart rate monitor and an ECG fatigue measurement system built into the watch with messaging, scheduling, stopwatch, timer, settings, and more. As far as sports go, tremendous number of sporting activities that you can choose from. Anything you like, including swimming, being that it's an underwater watch. And you have a flashlight and the ability to save power and shut your watch off right from the screen. You got it, the Mokubas BR1. This is the SN60. It's a seriously waterproof fitness and sports band. Couple of watch faces. You've actually got weather on this one. When it's tethered to the Fundu Pro app, you can collect steps, distance traveled, and calories burned in an icon-driven black and white screen, last night's sleep report, and you have a health area where you can monitor your heart rate, your blood pressure, and your blood oxygen right on the screen. You also have a fitness sports area that covers multiple different types of sporting activities, any of which you can go into easily by tapping the button and running through them. It includes climbing, but there is no onboard GPS with this watch. You have the ability to read your messages on the screen and a toolbox where you can find your phone, look at the version, not the vision of the watch, check the QR code for downloading the tethering app, have a stopwatch, reset it, or power it down. You also can turn on or off the twist wrist to see the time. And that is the SN60 Sports Fitness Watch. Really thin, really waterproof. Check it out. Here's a fun little sports fitness watch. Check this one out. It's called the Corral S2. It has the twist your arm to show the red time, or press and hold after the blue colorful display comes on, and you can change watch faces to a couple of different ones, including high contrast black and white. You've got your step count, distance traveled, and calories burned computed. In addition, a training section that when you press and hold brings up this panel where you have stopwatch, heart rate, and steps walked. You can factor that in when you transfer it to the app in your phone. You have blood pressure, heart rate, and blood oxygen all taken on this watch, including notifications of messages and more. From here, you can enter a stopwatch mode, find your phone, look at your address, power off the watch to save battery, or wipe it out of its data and reset it. That's what you get inside the Corral S2 Color Fitness Band that comes with a really nice, almost cowhide soft leather and a beautiful, exquisite, solid build IP67, totally waterproof, removable bands Corral S2. Look at this one. It's the Xiaomi Amazfit Midong Core. Yep, it's called the Core. These are stock watch faces. That is a downloadable one that does 12-hour. These are all in 24 hours, you can see. You've got other things like locking the screen capability, finding your phone, nice and loud. You've got brightness and resets and abouts and restarts and all these different things. And beyond that, you have status that shows you your step count, your heart rate, your distance traveled, and your calories burned, even sedentary minutes. Don't have any of those. You've got notifications from your watch, special exercise you can go into instantly starting to track your stuff. You got weather, highs and lows in centigrade or Fahrenheit. Yep, you can change it. Change your city if you want to. Daily forecasts over the next 4 days. You got alarms, countdown timers, count up timers, and the settings we just looked at. You can check your power level and go into the do not disturb mode either automatically or manually. And if that isn't enough, from the associated app, you've never seen this before, behavior tagging. Yeah, you pick anything from jumping rope to ping pong to sitting to brushing your teeth and bathing or whatever you do with yourself, you can set up in custom. And when you start it, watch this, it's going to count down, take you into a mode where if you go up here and tap on here, you get a graph showing your acceleration in 3 degrees of freedom, all your different axes tracked live on your watch, no matter what you're doing with your arm. So, the Amazfit Core. Linwo, folks, the Linwo EM7 sports and fitness band with one button that lets you do everything, including blood pressure, heart rate, blood oxygen, find your phone, turn it on and off, and training options for cycling, running, and swimming. All this and more in a device that has TPU, removable bands, and is completely waterproof. Check it out, the M7. It's the P1, folks, from iWow and Fit. It is an amazing sports and fitness watch. you have the ability to do free mode runs or any of these category optimized runs, monitoring your heart rate as well as your GPS distance. You can set flags to vibrate on a variety of different notifications. You can do the same thing for cycling, fast walking, and more. You have the ability to monitor your heart rate directly and your fatigue. And the fatigue is based off of that new concept of ECG, electrocardiograms, using electrodes on the watch on the bottom, and also right here on the front where you touch and hold with this against your skin and you get the readings. Really powerful watch. It's from iWow&Fit. It's available right now, and it has the brightest screen of any I've ever seen. This is the lowest setting. Check it out. We got a full review on it. Woohoo! What you gonna do? This is the SMA Q2. It's a brand new upgrade to the original SMA Time, and it's got all sorts of things in it. You know, it's got exactly what the SMA Time had in it. You can do heart rate, you can do running, you can change settings, and you can play with tools, and that's about it. But it's got an always-on LCD screen, and if it turns itself off, you can always turn the light on to see it in the dark. Really interesting thing, really nice watch. Does everything you want it to do as long as all you want to do is run. And like I said, it's exactly identical to the original SMA Time. Great! What did you think? There's a lot of choices out there, aren't there? And they basically do what you expect in a fitness watch with highlights and bling. All right. Anyway, all of these are listed in the show notes down below. We've got links to the actual videos that you can go as deep as you want with any of the little 1-minute clips you saw here. And of course, from there, you can go into the buying links and pick up the exact one that you're looking for. Great. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you again soon, and happy Valentine's. Now, as promised at the beginning, I want to show you some amazing watch faces that have been designed not for the ladies' watches that we've just looked at, but instead for Android standalone watches. These are special faces from the Collins clan, Tim and Pierce Collins. This on the LEM10 is a rectangular face, and this is the same face playing on a round Android watch, and it'll work on any of the new ones that support animation. This happens to be the Cospet Prime SE. You heard about that one? Check our review. It's just like the Cospet Prime, but with less memory, 1 gigabyte, 16 gigabyte, so lower price. Either way, really nice face. Now, how about Alrod and his faces he's put out? I'm going to grab this old smartwatch here. It's called an S216, I believe. And the reason I am is because of its contour and smaller screen. Most of the smartwatches really are made for guys' arms. They're a lot bigger and bulkier. But this particular one, because of the recessed side button and the tapered band appearance, would work well for a lady. I'll have a link in the show notes to the review on this one as well. But primarily, I just wanted to showcase the faces. By the way, it has a front-facing camera on it, too, for those of you who like to do social media kind of videos and pictures. Here's the first one, and there's several of them that look really similar that he's put together, and I'm going to just quickly show you some. This is a little bright, but it's Paris, it says, and it's a nice analog soft face. Now we get into the whole idea of fashion. Depending on what watch you put it on and what outfit you're wearing, this particular watch has all kinds of colors. Here it is in blue and a teal, I believe, and gold, and here it is in silver. So when you pick up his collection of Valentine's faces, some of them are going to be the same face, but in basically different colors for fashion coordination. Yep, that's what, so I hear, that's what the ladies think about, so that's what you're going to get. Then we get a few other ones. Here's a little creative one showing you, looks like a face, doesn't it? Yeah. There's quite a few of these, so that's why we put it at the end. I'm just going to parade through. Here's a butterfly flying, a little bit of animation in another analog face in different colors, greens and pinks. And then here's a really nice one. Again, it's a little bright. If I tilt it at an angle, you get a better look at it. It's a vivid colored, almost looks like stained glass butterfly with things changing on the inside and the diamonds blinking on the outside. You see all that? Definitely download it to check it out on your watch. It's much clearer and easier to see. Whoa! Here we have things floating through the screen like little snowflakes and leaves and things. Yeah, okay. It's worth it to spend a little time on these. Here's another version of that. Here's another one that's all bling. So if you have a Android watch that's in bling, if you can find one, you can add to it with the face itself. And again, fashion coordinated in different colors. Yep. Purples, pinks, reds. Now, here's a dark face, and this one actually looks good. The thing is so bright with the background lighting we have in here right now that it's kind of hard to get it to show right. And I don't have the hands adjusted to 10:10. That's the proper way for us to, show faces, but it's kind of the current time right now, so we'll just leave it. They're getting pretty close together, so it's going to be hard to distinguish them. But mostly, just want you to see the faces. Here's very colorful. That actually, when you tilt it, looks like they're 3D, doesn't it? Like there are really some chips inside of there. Here's a different one with the heart on it. Here's a rose. And the hands are right down here. Again, analog watches. Same thing, but with digital design, in case you'd like that instead. They just go on and on and on. Here's another one. Dark view, even has the temperature in it, and again in different color. Another one with a heart in the middle. All Valentine's themed, all for the ladies. Here's a great springtime one coming up. Spring will be here soon. Here's another. Oh wow, it looks like a dandelion seed, doesn't it? I don't think you guys have seen these faces before. Alrod just sent this whole package over, and I'll have a link, of course, to his resource and a little bit about how you work with his materials. He has groupings of free faces you can download and play with, and then a paid section, and it's a one-time fee, gets access to, I don't know, what's he up to, 600 faces, something like that. So here's what you do. Oh, that's a ballerina dancing, and her hands are, her legs are the time, and look at that. Isn't that great? From what I understand, how his stuff works is you go to the link you'll see down below, and from there you get thumbnails, just pages and pages of thumbnails of his stuff, and there's some categories at the top that you can pick. Look at how the second hand is changing as it goes moire pattern against the background. See that? Very creative. Anyway, when you look at over the different categories, they're all going to be looped together into his overall package. So what you do, go to the very last thing that says contact, and in there, he's got instructions on how to go about getting these faces. And pretty much you end up, I think, sending a donation and your email information, and then he'll email you back with a link to his Google Drive where he's got these things zipped, and you just simply download the zip file, and you get access to the grouping of faces that you're interested in. Okay, we're just about to the end. This is the one I like. This is the one I leave this watch on for Mrs. Tix to wear. It's just, I think it's cool. And I think she thinks it's cool too. So we're in agreement. Here's another springtimey one with animals in it, a giraffe. And then they're going to Rolex, and he's got a whole bunch of other stuff. So that pretty much wraps up the parade of ladies' faces for Android smartwatches from Alrod. You've seen the ones here from the Collins clan that are running on these. These you can get, of course, I'll have links for that in the show notes, but you can always go to www.fullandroidwatch.com and navigate your way over to the faces that are available there. Wow. Well, thank you guys again for watching this very lengthy review of ladies' watches and faces for Valentine's Day 2020. We'll see you again soon.